Your AI chat is not private. Not now, not later, not whenever you think it is. Hi, I'm Jasmine, a cybersecurity professional. I use AI every single day, and here are the 10 things I wish every beginner knew before they started using AI. Before I get into the list, the main thing to know is that your AI chats can be used for training, meaning they are stored somewhere and can be reviewed by humans. So the first thing I want you to know is that you should never upload any documents with personal identifiable information, otherwise known as PII, into AI. So this is your social security number, your bank account number, your credit card numbers, your medical records, your tax documents, basically anything that can contain information that you don't want others to know. Here's what you can do instead. I actually upload my bank statements into AI because I want them to categorize my spendings, but before I do that, I always black out my account numbers. I personally use the preview tool on a MacBook because they do have the option where you can redact certain information, but you can just go ahead and manually cross it off as well. And this is because if my chats ever get reviewed by a human, hacked, breached, or maybe brought into court, I don't want anybody seeing that information. And it literally only takes 30 seconds. The second is do not paste any passwords, login credentials, or API keys into AI chats. And if you accidentally do paste one, make sure you rotate it and change it right away, and change it in every other place that that password is used. The third is stop pasting other people's private information into your AI chats without their consent. This can maybe be sharing an email from your boss with their personal information, their email, or maybe sharing your friend's address because you're trying to help them plan a surprise party. The point is the other person has no idea that their information just landed into a system that can be stored and reviewed by others. And I get it if you're just trying to be helpful, but you can very easily just summarize things as needed or remove any sensitive information before you actually provide that information to AI. The fourth is you can actually turn off the setting that lets your information be trained by AI. Most non-enterprise or non-work versions of AI can actually be used to train AI models. So pause this video, go into ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, whatever you want, and turn that setting off. The caveat here is if you turn that setting off, you might be turning off things and other features that you find useful. So I think it's just knowing the risk and whether or not you want to accept that risk. The fifth is before you upload a screenshot into AI, check the background. Because I've done this where I've taken a screenshot of something and it just so happens that my bank account statements were sitting in a background or some email that was sensitive that I didn't want shared. So either just crop the screenshot or make sure you close off everything before you take the screenshot of what you need before pasting it into AI. The sixth is do not put work information into AI unless you've been approved to do so. This can be your client information, NDA disclosures, internal documents, proprietary code, company strategy decks, maybe even Slack messages from coworkers. If you're using this on your personal ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, that information is going to a system that your company cannot control. And you don't want to be the person in your company leaking confidential information out. Hopefully your company already has an enterprise version of AI tools, but if not, make sure you are just being diligent about what you're putting into AI. Number 7, your AI chats can actually be used in court. So don't do anything illegal or even borderline illegal. And I don't mean just how do I hack my ex's Instagram. I mean anything you wouldn't want read aloud in a courtroom. OpenAI was actually ordered in 2025 to provide user chats for a legal case. So if you thought those chats were private, they're not. Like I said, they can be brought to court, they can be reviewed by a human, and they can be stored. Number 8, a lot of the AI Chrome extensions out there are not what they look like. There have been many reports of fake AI browser extensions that are actually harvesting your chat or maybe other information in your browsers. Browser extensions can read every page you visit, including bank and email sites. So you want to make sure that only the legitimate ones are running on your browser. A good rule of thumb is to check the publisher, check the reviews, and if it's not from the actual company, don't install it. Number 9, fact check what AI tells you. This is the one I think people underestimate the most. AI hallucinates a lot, which is basically a fancy way of saying it makes up things, and very confidently as well. It may give you fake citations, wrong numbers, medical advice that sounds outdated, legal advice that doesn't apply to you or your state. So if you're using AI for anything you're going to act upon, make sure you verify the source first. There's been many times where AI has even summarized articles for me and used the wrong name or the wrong state, and I only knew this because I read the information beforehand, or even told me that certain applications or things don't exist, even though I know they exist. And the final one is think twice before following AI instructions that tell you to install something, download something, disable a setting, or clicking a link. And this is because AI can just confidently walk you through something it doesn't understand. And if it's pulling information from the internet or from a site that is malicious, it might actually be giving you instructions to run that harm you. So if you don't understand what it's telling you to do, don't do it. Maybe Google it, cross-check it with another AI, check if the app is legit, whatever it takes. So those are the 10 things I wish every AI beginner knew, and note that none of this is meant to scare you from using AI. Rather, I actually think using AI is super important as long as you understand the risks, where your data is going, and how to secure yourself and have better security when using it. So if you like this video, subscribe for more.